So are you on team blue and black or team white and gold? Of course it's blue and black. I think we all know that. This is also probably going to be the fastest lived internet thing ever. It might even be dead by the time I post this video. Hope you've had a good couple of weeks. I didn't have a mere minutes last week or a regular video because I was out in Las Vegas and had a really good time. Saw a bunch of shows, saw the Penn and Teller show, got to meet both Penn and Teller after the show. That was really cool. I've really wanted to meet Penn for like my entire life. He's one of my heroes. And it was fun because we actually got to talk to Teller. And I got to go up on stage too. We were sat in the very front row. I bought these tickets a long time ago so we could see everything super close. It was really fun. The other show we saw was this show called Zombie Burlesque, which was just hilarious. I hope you got a chance to see yesterday's video, the nightstand end table. I really was fortunate about the whole dress thing because it gave me a topic for the title of the video. For you to weigh in. Is it a nightstand or is it an end table? If you're not aware, one of the things I've been doing lately is after I post a video, I've been just hanging out in the comment section of YouTube for an hour or so, answering as many of your comments as possible. So next Friday, try to jump in. I post videos at 11 o'clock Pacific time on Fridays. A lot of people wanted to know why I didn't paint the sides of the drawers and the insides of the drawers, and part of it was just due to time. I was really running out of time on that project and I didn't want the paint to be not completely dry and then try to slide the drawer in and out. It would just peel right off. And secondly, as I thought about it, I thought, well, whoever sees the sides of drawers anyway? I mean, they're closed 99.9% of the time. And when you open them, you're probably looking down and not to the side. I don't know. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. I really like the white paint on that project, and I think it will look nice next to the Murphy bed, which is that bright pink. And by the way, I told you I was going to show you the stenciling that my wife did on it. Oh, and one other thing about the Murphy bed build. I bought the hardware for that from a company called murphybeds.com. They sell all these hardware kits, and they weren't sponsoring the show or anything. I just found them and it looked like a pretty decent kit, decent price, and used it. And then they contacted me. I guess they saw the video and they said, you know, we really like that. We're glad that you made plans for this because our plans were kind of lame. And can we use your plans? We'll send you out another Murphy bed hardware kit. And so I said, well, I just don't need another hardware kit. I mean, really, one Murphy bed in my house is probably plenty. So I told them, yeah, all of my plans are free to take and use and do whatever you want with them, modify them however you like. One thing that you could do, which would be really nice, is just make a donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And you know what? They did. The very next day, they made a donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So good guy company right there. It's murphybedhardware.com. If you're ever in the market for Murphy bed hardware, check them out. That was really a nice thing they did. Oh, another thing we did in Las Vegas, we went to 2 Gordon Ramsay restaurants. We went to the Burger and Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill at Caesar's Palace. These are both restaurants whose head chefs were winners on Hell's Kitchen. I have never ever had service as good as we had at that restaurant. Oh my God, they were just like constantly coming and bringing your food and asking you need anything. And it was a well choreographed dance. And I tweeted about it and I tweeted a picture to Gordon Ramsay and he retweeted me. It was like the highlight of my life. Gordon Ramsay retweeted me. Speaking of reality shows, and you guys probably know I love reality shows. I like TV, but I love reality shows, especially the competition shows. I think that America's Got Talent is one of the best shows on TV. I always love Hell's Kitchen, even though there's a lot of fighting going on, and Gordon Ramsay himself is very loud. There's a heart and soul to him that really comes through, and there's a playfulness to it. So a lot of you have been asking me what I think of these 2 new design build shows that are on now. There's one called Framework, and then there's Ellen's Design Challenge. So I watched them both, and I'm really getting into Ellen's Design Challenge. It's really cool, but the Framework show, it's one of the most angry shows I've ever seen. Nobody on that show looks like they're having a good time. It looks like they all just hate being there. I haven't seen a single person even smile. It's just angry and bitter. To have a successful reality competition show, you need conflict, but you also need a break from that. You need either a host or a judge or somebody who's lighthearted and can add that. One of the reasons I like Ellen's show is that there is a camaraderie among the contestants, and the judges aren't so mean and nasty, not so filled with hate. So for those of you who've been asking me about those two shows, The Framework is probably one of the worst reality shows I've ever seen. And Ellen's Design Challenge is a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep watching that show. I think that the final episode is coming up this week. But you know, they both got their idea from me, because I wrote an article about 5 years ago on my blog. I'll put a link down in the description about my suggestions to Hollywood for reality woodworking shows, and I see some elements in those shows. Just smile once in a while. It's not that hard. Don't hate what you're doing. Haven't figured out what next week's project is going to be yet. When I do, I'll keep you posted over on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me over there. I give project updates. And that is all for now. I'll see you next week.